Welcome back to Terror by the Bay. I'm David. Okay, Hurricane Lee is building up. It's actually now a hurricane. It's building up strength in the Atlantic. And I did a hurricane video a couple weeks ago. And I remember seeing a hurricane. I just was rewatching it. And I had made mention of like a Category 3 or higher hitting Florida. And maybe like a 4 or 5 hitting the lower eastern seaboard states. And I want to just read on Hurricane Lee briefly. This is way early on this one. Anything can happen. Even the projections as to the path of this hurricane. I just want to find out, is it going to hit Florida? Is it going to hit the Florida area or the lower eastern seaboard states? Come on down. Let's see. Will he hit Florida? God. Heartbreak, disappointment, betrayal. That's to me is, well, this would normally be a no card. Let's see what we've got. We got the Lovers, Page of Pentacles, and in the Three of Pentacles. Just reading the energy, if it was a yes or no thing, which I did ask as a yes or no question, but my thought is, yeah, there's going to be heartbreak in with Lee. I think Lee right now, as I read it, it will hit Florida. There's going to be Pentacles could be money or it could be health. There might be loss of life, but it's not going to be a huge loss of life. Neighbors need to take care of each other. It could also just be a couple that's sticking it out gets caught. If there's damage, I don't think it's going to be as much damage. And the Jiminy Christmas. I'm going to have to reset this. Come on down. Will Florida be hit by this hurricane? Well, Florida's been hit by hurricanes in the past, and money went to Casey DeSantis. Send the money to my wife, don't send it to these other agencies, because this is my wife, and she'll take good care of you. And all that money that hasn't been dispensed yet, the Justice Department is now looking into it. For God's sake, I'm trying to do a freaking hurricane reading, and DeSantis and his wife, Ron DeSantis and Casey DeSantis show up in my reading. I didn't want this to be a political reading, darn it. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, so, all right, just because. All right, so the DeSantises are probably going to be investigated, especially if they try and pull that maneuver again, because why wouldn't you? It worked so well the first time. Oh, God. Okay, Spirit, thank you for sharing. I'm not trying to get frustrated at you. It's just really embarrassing that I'm trying to read this thing, and then all of a sudden it dawns on me when I'm reading, and I have to stop, lift the camera, and do, wait a minute, reset. Entertainment purposes only and all that. All right. Now, let's try this again. Hurricane Lee, Florida. Does Florida have... What is Florida in store for with Hurricane Lee? Assuming that it follows whatever the most probable trajectory it's going to follow. What's going to happen with Florida? This is the same dang card that came out the last time. Two of Wands. Getting prepped, getting ready. Going to watch out for it. There's the Page of Pentacles. If there is loss of life or damage, it's not that much. It's like you get clipped. I shuffled these cards. I put these cards in different spots. The Lovers. Maybe the DeSantises realize that the time is up and they really need to give that money to who they need to give the money to. Because more money's coming in. Part of me keeps wanting to say, DeSantis was warning about hurricanes and people were just getting annoyed with him. DeSantis and his wife, here comes that hurricane. It worked really well the last time getting that money. Maybe we can do the same. They're going to try. God darn it. They're going to try it again. They're going to try it again. Okay. I'm predicting that they are going to try this again. This was not supposed to be a political reading. I'm trying to do a reading on the weather. Stop it. Is Lindsey Graham going to do the same thing too? How about Kemp? Is Kemp going to do that also? I just read the cards. It's a little humbling. One of the things of tarot reading with me is, I really ask the questions, and I really do try to interpret the cards for the questions. And sometimes it just doesn't feel right. And I'm trying to it's like, trying to force that square peg into a round hole, or better yet, it's like trying to force your evil stepsister's foot into your glass slipper, if you know what I mean. And then you realize, wait a minute, this requires a smaller foot. Like patent white leather cowboy boots type of smaller foot. Okay, so I'm going to skip Florida because Spirit's just having too much fun with me. The DeSantis are going to raise money on it. Maybe that means it does hit Florida a bit or something along those lines. I'm concerned about the lower eastern seaboard states. That's kind of where I was getting that hit because I remember the reading the last time. And in that one, I got like the Emperor and the Justice card and all sorts of stuff. And the Leaving card, the Eight of Cups. Let's see. Will Hurricane Lee impact the lower eastern seaboard states? Yeah, people are going to have to go inland. People have to evacuate. A lot of water coming in. It's not decided yet. Or it could be made worse if you had a full moon. I had to look to see when the full moon is happening here. It's not decided yet. The path isn't decided yet. And again, we're really early in this as far as predicting where this is going to go. But it's going to grind forward. And 4 swords. I wouldn't be surprised. And there's that Page of Pentacles again. Yeah, there's going to be damage. There's going to be damage and some loss of life with this. It's not going to be catastrophic. It's small amounts. I think in that last storm that just hit, like a couple people lost their life. I don't know if they're like driving a vehicle and it spun out or got hit by a tree or something like that. It's going to be something like that. People need to leave. When you get the call, you need to go. This hurricane is going to just plow right on through. There's nothing to stop it. Again, we don't know fully the path that this hurricane is going to go on. It could totally miss. If it doesn't miss, people might be out of their house for a little bit, and I'm wondering if the 4 stands for it being a Category 4. I know that in the modeling they were showing it getting up to a Category 4, and CNN right now has on their website that this thing could reach a Category 5 because of the warmth of the waters in the Atlantic. And we know that the waters like in the Gulf of Mexico and such are in probably the Atlantic too, but Gulf of Mexico, the waters are really hot. Right off of Florida, that could be the Atlantic as well. Temperatures up to like 90 degrees and it's bleaching out the corals and stuff like that. And these hurricanes love that warm water, which is why when the hurricane hit in California, it had to take a dive straight east and go barreling into Arizona and Nevada, swamping Las Vegas. I'm sure you've seen so many of the TikTok videos showing the flooding there. And flooding out Burning Man too. But if it got to the ocean temperatures in Central or Northern California, that poor thing would have been crying because our water's cold. Okay. Is there anything else you want to share about me with Ron DeSantis and Casey DeSantis and hurricane funds? Oh, they want to take it or leave it. They want it all. They're under investigation, though. I think they're under investigation for keeping those funds. There's that same moon card again. Now, they've kept this secret for a while and kept things under wraps on it, but that's about to be revealed. And opening day, there's probably going to be an announcement of that investigation or what they found into it if they've been doing it behind the scenes and we've not been made aware of it. There's been a lot of work going on by the DOJ or whoever's doing the investigation on this. And it's been focusing on the fact that the DeSantises haven't been releasing the money that they've collected. Now, this DeSantis, send us all this money. We'll take care of everything. And they got a bunch of money, and then they won't let go of it. The DOJ said, hey, we're going to investigate the fact that you asked for a bunch of money. And they did a bunch of their work, and they're realizing, they've managed to keep things quiet, but I think they understand what's going on with it. Ooh, spy in the camp. Maybe they've got somebody who's flipped or is feeding them information on this one. At the very best case for the DeSantises, it shows how much they don't know what they're doing as far as dispensing that money. They're absolute rookies with it. Worst case scenario, somebody's telling them that, yeah, not only did they keep it, they intended to keep it. Star witness. Yeah, I'm going to think that's a flipper. So, again, this was supposed to be a hurricane reading, but the DeSantises are kind of linked to hurricanes. If they were purposely trying to keep that money and not dispense it, they are going to be in trouble, and there might be an investigation going on that hasn't been highly publicized. Because I know that I've had viewers asking about this, and I've wondered about it myself, and I think stuff I've read is just like they're running into issues with getting the money dispensed. But maybe that's not the case. Maybe there actually is an investigation going on. Certainly, Spirit keeps throwing cards at me for hurricanes, and when I ask about Florida, and then the DeSantises show up. So, Florida, you may get hit by it. It might clip you. Lower eastern seaboard states, I'd be a bit more concerned. Okay, I'll leave it at that one. This reading went sideways. That went sideways really quick. Hey, you never know what you're going to get. You have to bite into that box of chocolates. Thank you for watching this video and supporting my channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you for all the likes and subscribes and shares that you do. It helps feed the YouTube algorithm, gets my video out to new viewers. And for any of the new viewers that happen to catch this one, thinking you were going to get a straight up hurricane reading, and all of a sudden I'm trashing on the DeSantises. Sorry, it just happens sometimes. But thank you for supporting the channel. I hope you subscribe and stick around and enjoy more videos that I produce. Anyways, I'll catch you on the next video. Have a great night. Bye-bye.